And we're live. Well, hey, internet friends. Everything's turned on, I believe. Just trying to find a few things, folks. Bear with me. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm loving it. Da-da-da-da-da. If anybody's there or can hear me, could you type and let me know, please? Thank you very much. Hey, Kickstand. Everything sound good? Yep, everything sounds good. Okie doke. Just waiting for a few people to come along, folks, before I get started. They're not going to want to miss this one. Should be fun. Should be a laugh. Something that you're not allowed to have if you're a YouTube psychopath. And there's plenty of YouTube psychopaths around here, folks. Yeah. No fun allowed, Kickstand. We're not allowed to have fun anymore. We all have to be miserable and talk about miserable things. Hey, River, bye, what about you? What's going on your end of the country, Chad? About you? VE Day today over here, folks. Victory in Europe. Celebrations everywhere. Fucking street parties, everything. Nobody was giving a bollocks about social distancing today. All right, let me get back on the Streamlabs so I can see that. So, Renee is going to be joining me this evening. We're going to be talking about YouTube psychopaths and their tactics that they like to use. I'm pretty sure a lot of you in the chat will recognize these and probably have experienced these tactics yourself. But at the same time, we'll try and be light-hearted and have a bit of fun, you know? Well, there's bombs away, Renee, there. This lady does like to drop a few bombs. She does tend to get people's back up. Well, the psychopath's back up. Gets on with ordinary people like me, no problem. Funny that. Normal people, eh? Just normal people who come on the internet to do their thing. She gets on with us, no problem. But when it comes to lunatics, well, they just seem to have a fucking issue with this lady for whatever reason. I know why they have an issue. I mean, there's a reason why I wouldn't have. I'd rather have Renee as my friend than my enemy. I know that much. Renee, I'm going to drop you a wee link in the chat here. You can pick it up and join me. Hey, Treats, what about you, mate? That's a wee link for you, Renee. And once you get in, we'll get this show on the road. And if you don't want to fucking listen to me, that's no problem. Just hang out in the chat and talk to people there. Because that's basically what it's about, folks. Just live stream, talk about whatever. People can fucking have a laugh, share information, share stories, share whatever they wish. Just get on, and we shall try and make it as troll-free as possible. You know, we all want to enjoy ourselves here. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Hi.
Now, well, why on earth have you called yourself GobbleGobble OG?
I get the impression he's very hungry. He's
Yeah,
like a baby chick with his mouth open. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Looks like he's got a big appetite, eh?
Squawk, squawk. I wish I could imitate the little chicks peeping with their mouth open, but I can't.
Oh, for
Gobble, gobble
anybody,
instead.
for anybody who doesn't know what we're laughing at, it's not an inside joke or anything, folks. One of my gang stalkers, OG1 Kenobi, well, some footage recently emerged of him pretending to suck guys' cocks. He was even doing the hand movements and the sound effects. This is just too funny. A gang stalker pretending to suck men's cocks. I mean, I don't know. So we're going to see if he addresses the issue or not. What he thinks about it. I personally, if I was him, I would just freaking avoid me for a very long time. So that's the story behind the name, Renee. Gobble gobble.
You know, props, buddy. I'm sending him love and he gets his gobble
don't
gobble, you know.
don't worry. I tell you what, Trace, I'm gonna make you a moderator here so that you can drop a link for OG because he wants proof of him pretending to suck another man's cock.
Gobble gobble, OG.
And I'm sure you would.
An empty mouth is a sad mouth, buddy. We gotta fill it.
I'm sure you would like to. Sure, you would like to share the evidence with him.
Oh man.
You can drop him a link or tweets if you want, no problem. You might have to get to the. Might have to wait to get the end of it though. In fact, I would just go to the end, OG, and then you know what we're talking about. And don't worry, I won't complain if I don't see you around here again. Oh dear, gobble gobble.
Well, that set him off. Are you twiggered? Proof? OG, send us the pictures. We know you have some. Wink, wink.
There's a link there for you, OJ, if you want to see the proof. Well, Hugh, I don't sell stories, mate. I just share my experience. There's no money exchanging hands with me. Thank you very much. You don't want to be here. Cheerio. So, Renee, back to this evening here. Yeah, I called the title YouTube Psychopaths on their tactics because you and myself, have both, and a few people in here actually as well, quite a few, have both been victims by gang stalkers who make videos, who want to get your personal information, want to use it against you, who threaten to contact your employers, all sorts of crazy ass shit. I mean, they're I don't know what to say about those type of people, but you've experienced it firsthand. You've seen these tactics. Um, where would you like to start?
It's crazy. I was watching Aaron's stream from last night, and another thing is the demands. I was on the stream for a while, and I was in the chat for a little bit after that, but I had to go to bed because I work. And I literally listened to people demand that I come on the stream. Why am I not there? Even though I had been there and said in the chat that I was going to bed because I have responsibilities. I don't know if some people on here know what that feels like, but I do. And talking mad shit about me and like demanding I come on. I mean, it was crazy. I was sleeping because I'm not a fucking weirdo up at, most of the time try not to be up at 3 4 in the morning or whatever on YouTube. I got shit to do, man. So as much as you want to shit talk me, I got responsibilities I have to take care of. So yeah, sorry you come last. And where's this demanding shit come from? I'm on here, right? Their attitude is I'm on here talking shit, and I demand that she come here now so I can talk shit to her. Excuse the fuck out of me.
And this is whenever you're not even there.
Well,
Would that
that's
be
the only
right?
time they come around, right?
See that that's
Convenient.
that's the crazy part. You see, this is this is what I believe happens. They watch everything because they're constantly stalking us. I mean, I've only started up a stream. There's nothing in the title about anybody personal and all that there. And OG was on it straight away, lurking. And as soon as we mentioned about the gobble gobble thing, he's in there. He breaks his cover and he types. These guys do
Why
that
doesn't he ever come
all the
in?
time
Why doesn't he ever want to talk to you, Scooby? That's what I don't understand.
because
Ever.
they're liars and they know that I haven't lied, that I can produce evidence that these people are liars. But what I was getting at is, because they sit and watch us all the time, because they sit and create these socks all the time, because they sit and thumbs down our videos all the time and all that stuff, they automatically assume that we do the exact same thing. I've said before, I'm not even subscribed to any of these people's channels. There might be one or two I'm actually subscribed to, but for the most part, I'm not. I don't watch their videos. If somebody does actually put a video up that I like and point something out that's been in, it's in their video about it. Um, I'll obviously I'll watch it, and if I feel it needs addressed, I'll address it. But for the most part, it's quite obvious that we behave very differently than they behave. I don't go into their live streams when they do live stream. Um, I don't
That's
watch
the
their videos.
difference. Yeah,
I don't comment on their
they're in
videos
comments. Yep, they're in comments on our videos, sock accounts, in our chats and videos. They make streams for hours and hours about it, videos, special channels. We don't go there. And literally, I've heard people that create this shit begging for us to go there. Listen, we don't care about you. Like, I don't know how it's like the ex girlfriend that won't go away. You're like, no, see, I don't like you. Don't care what you think. Get fucked.
is, see, my point is really at the end of the day, our behavior is nowhere near their level, and there's many reasons for that. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's because we're just ordinary people, and YouTube is not our life. We've got other responsibilities around us. You've got bills to pay, you've got family to look after, you have to go grocery shopping, you have to cook dinners. You've got life basically. And you'll find that a lot of these people don't have that away from YouTube, which is unfortunate for them. But at the same time, why they feel they need to come and gang stalk us is beyond me. And then, you don't even have to question, well, why do they not have a life off YouTube? It's pretty obvious because if they get on like this in the real world, wow, nobody would go anywhere near them.
Well, yeah, and that's the best part is I bet they're the most fragile people in their interactions in the real world, right? They're probably not like this. Do you think they just go and confront people for whatever they deem is wrong and go around judging everyone? Oh, you're walking wrong. I don't like. Why are you this? 4 feet from the curb instead of 2? You're not making room for other people. They don't go around doing that. You look like a slut. Why are you wearing that, whore? They don't do that shit in real life because they get knocked the fuck out. It's
Oh,
called.
no
That's why they
way.
call it a keyboard warrior, right?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, you wouldn't hear. I'm pretty sure the likes of Domingo wouldn't be calling you a gutter slut into your face. I'm pretty confident of that he wouldn't do that. But on the internet, he's going to mouth off and talk about you like that. You
Well,
know,
if
but
you look at his own history with relationships, that's exactly what I've noticed about these people. Again, why they're usually the ones with the worst history, the worst criminal records, um, the worst things that they've done to people in their lives. And they've alienated a lot of people in their lives to where they don't have a lot of people. And that's exactly why they're online doing what they do and why they turncoat so fast, because it's about instant gratification and ego stroking. They really can't connect on a personal level with anyone and understand what friendship and loyalty is and things like that. It's very self-centered, I feel like. It is interesting though.
I mean, we've noticed that your gang stalkers and my gang stalkers have joined forces recently, and
It makes you wonder, do they think they don't have enough power, quote unquote, on their own, that they have to gather a crowd because it makes them seem more legitimate than they really are because they are really going off nothing?
well, it was pretty obvious. I mean, some 18 months ago, my gang stalker sent a message to another party declaring that he was going to wreck my channel. He was going to ruin me. That I was going to be taken down. Um, that was the intent back then. And it's clearly, even though I've went away, I've come back, it's clearly carried on. It's clearly, I seem to be a important part of his, YouTube career for whatever reason. So, I thought that the best thing we could possibly do is me and you, we live stream, and other people will be. Other people will be able to come on here if they want to. I'll drop a link in the channel later and they can come on and if they have something that they want to talk about, they can come on and talk about it if they want. You know? Um
Well, they
I've had
don't. I mean, again, on Aaron's stream, last night when Domingo came on, he actually had to admit that I was talking about content before he came and tried to shit up the panel. And then he used that, as much as I'm a gutter slut, right? Which would imply that I'm probably stupid. But yet I was talking about actual content when he came in. And then he tries to attack Aaron using me. And that's an example of triangulation. It's like, oh, now he's going to be kind or side with me in some sort of way to insult Aaron. But the fact is he came in and started shit. But that's the triangulation. I've experienced that in private phone calls where I literally observed. It's interesting to watch how these people work. And there was 5 of us on the phone call, a majority of the time, and 6 people, and the 4 people tried to manipulate 2 of the other people. One, both of you are scum. 2, why are you hanging out with her? Why are you hanging out with them? And then it was turning us against each other. And they tried every angle. And it was interesting to watch it happen. And the problem for them was we weren't buying it because we knew what the truth was, and we weren't easily swayed. But to watch that, it's like being pecked at from all sides. It's a very interesting tactic that they use, and you can tell them by the things that they say. Domingo doesn't want to be around unless he can literally abuse people. That is why he's here, is to abuse people. So why people want to interact with him, that's why, he came in and I could tolerate him yesterday, but there was another time I was on Aaron's stream and I just muted out the whole time. I didn't want to deal with him. He's disgusting. Why would I want to sit there and talk to somebody so unproductive and negative? It's a waste of my fucking time. And he gave up and eventually went away.
Hey, tell me this: the people who are that are gang stalking you, how did they come into YouTube under a different guise? Like, were they part of a particular movement
Yeah, a lot of these
whenever you
people,
moved them?
the most vile ones I have found have been from the GDL. It became the anti GDL pocket once they figured out they were being LARPed. So it was GDL when anti GDL, and I kind of, after Pizzagate stuff, right, was falling apart. Nathan Kettle went over. He was over in that area, and I went over there, and that's how I met everybody over there. And they, it's I guess to be expected. Such hateful people who hate other races with a broad brush. Um, that they would be so hateful within themselves and to their company. You know what I mean? So they're the most vile group that I found. I've heard Flat Earth is pretty abusive, but um
So, so,
yeah. Not
um,
not as bad. I still can't say it's as bad
so,
as pocket.
you believe that your gang stalkers came into this YouTube pocket via the GDL.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know whether that was a LARP or it wasn't a LARP. I didn't look into it. I've no idea, and I couldn't care less
Yeah,
because I wasn't
HT
interested in
was
it.
HT was proven to be some sort of shilly fraud. And I came
Right.
in right after that had happened, and a bunch of people broke off and said, "This is a bunch of crap. He's an actor. He's, LARPing, and we're out."
So
And
would you say after the GDL experience and then like breaking away from it, they went into this anti GDL pocket then that they created themselves
yes.
and began attacking people?
Yeah, well, that was where Tidor was all involved. And he was going around attacking everybody, and they would go into chats, the list Tidor. And if you didn't, they would say, "Was this a hoax? Was this a hoax? Was this a hoax?" And if you didn't say, "Yeah, everything is fake," then they would make hit videos and try to dox you and do all this other stuff. Truth
Well,
Seeker was another
well,
one.
well. Listen, this
Hmm.
is really kind of fucking strange
Yep.
because your gang stalkers came from uh, the GDL movement. They then found out it wasn't what they believed it to be. They then created an anti GDL pocket and then started attacking everybody who didn't say things were fake. Because this is basically a summary of what we've just said here, yes? Would you agree, Renee? Hello, Renee? I've lost Renee. Okay, well, hopefully she'll come back in again. She's probably got caught out there. That's no bother. I'll wait for her to come back. I'll drop her a wee link there just in case. There's those sock accounts that like to come and troll. Moderators, start your engines. Block the arseholes. No interest in them. So we've got a pocket of guys. I know you know how to use that wrench. There you go, Renee. Yeah, your wrench is back, Winterman. Don't be afraid to use it. StreamYard. Did you get the link, Renee? Do, 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 do. All right, Renee, is that you back in again?
That's me.
Okay. Before we got interrupted there, we had we took with me. I was trying to summarize basically in a nutshell. Your gang stalkers came in through the GDL movement. They then, other people joined their kind of pocket. They then got, you know, changed their beliefs about the GDL, or their feelings about it wasn't the same. They started their anti-GDL pocket and then started attacking people who didn't agree with them that things were fake. Is that a good summary of?
Kind of. There was also infighting between people.
Well, there's always that, like, but that adds up to it. But
So they
because
both, these people, the people that were fighting amongst each other, oddly enough, were both like against HT. I think Cade was rejected by him, and Yaxley was like, "This isn't real." And then those two started fighting, and then Domingo was a part of that too, and they didn't like Yaxley. I actually spent almost 2 hours on a live stream. Dundee, I love you, and we're good now, and you know this. But I spent almost 2 hours with Domingo and Dundee because Dundee and Yaxley had problems. I literally, they were yelling at me for almost 2 hours on a live stream, telling me why I should hate Yaxley. And Domingo has a history of this, so he actually, I had a call with him and Will, who was on Aaron's yesterday, and Will was good for and walk away. Like it was his mission to discredit her and make people hate her. I can only imagine what he says to people behind the scenes about other people, you know, if this is his tactic. So I he got mad at me because I said I don't think that I don't need to destroy people. If I don't agree with them, it is online, it's not important to me to trash them and degrade them, because I just take what I want of their information and go, okay, that's good. I like that. And if they're worth listening to on more than one occasion, then I will. If not, I won't. Maybe I check in, but I won't go back if I know a majority of what they say is repetition. Claire, you're fucking killing me, by the way. But, he was dead set. And then when he couldn't, he was just like, fuck you. Fuck you. And he
well,
hung up.
you're
You
getting
know, and
way ahead of me, Renee.
yeah, well, I mean, so what I'm saying is there is a pressure generally to believe or agree with people, and if you don't, whether it's about a hoax or whether it's about someone's a shiller or discrediting them. And Domingo and her got along after that for a period. I'm not sure where they're at now, but all I'm saying is there's this pressure to agree, and if you do not agree with certain people, they will attack you.
I just
There's
want to
other people on
interrupt you
here.
there. I just want to interrupt you there for a minute.
Yeah,
I
sure, go
see
ahead.
OJM there. You're claiming to be a victim of gang stalking now, Scoops. Yes, I am a victim of gang stalking. Uh, Tell me this: how do you feel about your boy OJ1 Kanobi pretending to suck men's cocks on his videos, on live streams with other YouTubers? Anyway, somebody block that guy because I'm not interested in him. He's not welcome around here. He's a bit of a gang stalker himself, bit of an asshole, and he's not welcome. Adios, amigos.
He's going to a bunch of other channels again. You like you said, gathering enemies. He's going to Aaron's enemies. He started by going to my enemies, which was Tretch at the time and Aaron. Then he found out who their enemies were, which is why he's over at OG's with Domingo. And that's why, yeah. Oh, and he's getting into like OGM's digging himself a hole he can't get out of. I don't know if he knows what he's getting into, but good luck, buddy.
Now, one of these things that claims that freaking Renee's gang stalkers will use regularly is because I block people. I'm taking away their ability for free speech and all the rest of it. There is no free speech, folks. It doesn't exist. Certainly not on YouTube. And this is my channel, and I can do what I want, when I want, with whom I want, and nobody
Isn't
tells
it
me
isn't it your free
otherwise.
speech to delete comments?
Yep.
That's free speech. Shut
So
the fuck up.
back to what what I was driving at earlier. Your gang stalkers come in through a different motive, then go against that motive, and then start attacking the people around them, right? Who don't take their sides, because that, in all
Yep.
fairness, is more or less an identical pattern that I've experienced with my gang stalkers. They come in under the Pizzagate banner. They supported Pizzagate. Some of them supported Pizzagate for 18 months and longer. I mean, I realized Pizzagate, there was something not right with. I'm not saying Pizzagate itself, the topic, is a LARP, but there was certainly something not right with the content creators who were at the very top of the food chain, as I call it. So one of those gang stalkers have came in through there, and they broke away and have started like a anti-Pizzagate movement within themselves, and then they started turning on people who disagreed with them or didn't do what they wanted them to do. And that disagreement is then turned into the gang stalking. I mean, listen, when somebody goes to a point to make a channel just for you, which has happened to me, they see, on Treats here as well, it's happened to Treats. When they go to that door, that's not done just for fun, folks. That's fucking gang stalking. They want to humiliate you. They want to lie about you. They just constantly defame you, and they want to fill up the search box, with your name on it.
Well, and
The
how
real.
much time, Scooby, think about how much time it takes to watch the streams that are anywhere from 2 to 8 hours long, then make videos and probably talking to people about it and around that. That is a full-time job. Ryan, you need to get a job and do something. Is this constructive with your time? Like, it's amazing to me how much time these people will spend on this instead of making their life better.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
that's you know that's the gist of what to do. I mean, look, we see a pattern between these two groups of gang stalkers, right? We see a pattern with these two groups. Uh, they've emerged in the community via the same means. They've developed in the identical fashion, basically, and they're using the exact same tactics to attack not just me, not just you, but various other people as well. I mentioned Treats earlier there, and there's other people out there that's been gang stalked by these people. Ghost is one of them. He's been attacked by these people relentlessly as well, and that's why I'm talking about it, because it has to be spoke about. You can't just as much as I'm not going to make a whole lot of videos about them and do what I did last year and defend my stance that I was being honest. I've no need to do anything more about that because I did what I did. People saw what they saw, and the people that are still hanging around these gang stalkers, they're either there for the fun to egg them on, or B, they're maybe afraid of them themselves, and because these people, you know, these gang stalkers knows plenty about them as well, and they don't want to have them turned on the them attacking them, you know. So you've got a motive of why people will hang in there with the gang stalkers. We've experienced that with FKM Freddy, aka the People Collector. When he would gang stalk, what he would do is he would make sure he had a way to contact all, the channels that he was interacting with them, almost immediately, and he would befriend them, get them to talk about themselves, get information out of them about themselves, things like that there. It maybe wouldn't happen over one night. It would maybe happen over a period of weeks or months even, but then eventually, if you were then to turn around and catch on to what I did, like I did to these guys, and come out to the community about it and say, listen, something stinks here. Um, you have to do it. Something fucking stinks, and you have to act on it. So we do realize that these people are now working together. They were probably already together in some shape or form through this, 3 degrees of freaking everybody knows each other crap that they talk about. But one of the biggest common denominators amongst all these groups at a time certainly was FK and Freddy. He seemed to be controlling, and then above him, you would have had your Lee Veltman, your China the Three, and these people would then go around and suck people in. They would corral people. They would be the ones that would contact you over Hangouts. They would get information of you. They would feed it to you, feed it to each other, and they would use it against you. So it's no surprise that I do see people who defend the gang stalkers, who laugh and joke with them, because they are probably absolutely shit scared to say anything about them at all in case they are attacked. 2 seconds. And one of these tactics that Renee was talking about there was the triangulation one, and that would be one where that I've experienced plenty myself, where I've had somebody come up and declare, it's fantastic, that's brilliant, they love the work I was doing, and always hearted things and doing emojis, let you making sure that you saw them, and then whenever whenever I did discords, and they were, they had a way to reach out to me automatically, and so you would get them giving you calls, and they would maybe glean information from you and try and use it against you and pass it on. And in fact, I actually have evidence of one gentleman who, you know, I'm not going to name names, but I will actually do a video on this triangulation and proving it, proving how it works, showing with an example from my gang stalkers. I'm pretty sure you've got plenty of experience, and the people that I see in here, as I said, the list, there's tons of, there's 25 people watching. I guarantee you, probably 8 or 9 of those are our gang stalkers, and the rest are people who want to be here just to have a chat.
And
So
some people probably afraid to type.
yeah, some people are afraid to type too. I got some guy in there called I Love Pizza wants to join. What's OG? It's OG. Oh, OG, come on in here. Well, sure. I'll talk to you, no bother. It's okay. It's OG. I asked who this I Love Pizza is. Now, this is the guy who's, anti-Pizzagate. He says, me, it's OG, bitch, pussy, you're being recorded. Well, I expect everything that I do on this channel to be recorded by you, OG, because that's what you are. You're a gang stalker. OJM, you're not welcome here. Cheerio. If somebody could block OJM, hashtag number 6 news, please. Not welcome here. He's one of the gang stalkers that we've been talking about. It's the type of person
He's
he
not.
is.
He's not a gang stalker. He's just here
Well,
to say hi because he loves us.
yeah. See, I never go to these people's live streams. I never communicate with these people full stop. But for some reason, they're attracted to me. Maybe it's this Irish accent or something turns them on. I don't know. I mean,
Well, I already said that OJM used to question me constantly about you. He was very jealous. And I flat out told him, and I said this on Trenches, I believe, that if he was going to try to turn me against you, being you weren't really around at that time, And so there was nothing for him to be grilling me about you. I was like, if you're going to try and get in the middle of my friendship with him, you're out. And that's what they try to do. I mean, they were putting wedges between me and everybody. A lot of people were. Lots of people were doing that shit. And I think some people like to watch me get abused. I think they liked it, which is kind of masochistic and strange. But that speaks to the mentality of some of the people on here. There's some people who enjoy doing it and some people who enjoy watching it. That's kind of sick.
OJ1 was wanting to get into my live stream there, folks, but I'm not live streaming for him. Okay. I'm not interested in him. He's one of the people that have been gang stalking me for a long time, saying lies, claiming I work with pedophiles and all this shit and whatnot. So I'm not letting them come into my platform and control the narrative here, folks. It's as simple as that. See, I've been over to his platform like 10, 11 months ago, and I wasn't allowed to come on and defend myself. So I see no reason why I should be letting this guy onto my platform. He's been
I
stalking
would like
me.
to hear what he has to say
He's
because
making he can make
I
a
would like
video
to
about
hand
it.
him a shovel.
He can make a video about it, so he can. Let him make a video. He's got tons of videos about me. He's got tons of videos about you. He's got tons of videos about friggin' treats. This guy is a fucking gang stalker. There's absolutely no doubt about it. The guy threatens to call the police. He threatens to do this. He threatens to do that. There's no way that's going to. This lad's going to the police with the behavior he's been doing. No chance. There's a better chance of me winning the fucking lottery, so there is. So, that's the only reason why I'm not letting OG on my stream. I wasn't allowed to come onto his. That's why when Flow Destroyer offered me the chance to come onto his stream after he had spoke to me and explained how things were, I agreed because it was somewhere that was middle ground. I wasn't friends with Flo, OG was, but he gave me his word and told me, you know, I wouldn't be ganged up on. And that's why I went on there because there was no way that I was going to be able, the attempts that I did make to try and communicate to these people just failed miserable. And they were quite happy to turn around and defame my character consistently and still do on a regular basis. As I said, the videos are all there. He's even telling me that he's recording. They record everything, but they're not stalking us, folks, honestly. Fuck. Fucking crazy. And that's why we end up having friggin' live streams like this, where we're talking about these fucking assholes because they just won't let up. And then then they have the nerve to go around and say, if you're gonna talk about me, and they just spew their lies. They talk about me anyway. I wasn't here for 9 months. They still talked about me. You know, you can't win. So I'm just going to do things my way from now on. If I want to talk about somebody, I'll talk about them. End the story. Dorothy, I've no problem with Flow's bang on. I've no issue at all with Flow Destroyer. As I said, he approached me, wanted me to come on the stream to try and sort this out. As far as I was concerned, it was sorted out. Um, OJM, you see, I, I'm not I'm not being a victim here, mate. I'm taking that away. By me coming out and talking about this is not being a victim. It's me fucking exposing you and your buddies for being the gang stalking assholes you are. Flo didn't let me destroy myself. Double OG, you did. You destroyed yourself. You made yourself look like a child. You wouldn't even speak. You just sat in the chat calling me names all night while I debunked your whole thing. You know, you're a proven liar, OG. A proven liar. You lied about a child being abused. You lied about a memorial. You lied about me selling out. And you're the type of guy that likes to put out videos pretending to suck other men's cocks. I don't want to be associated with people like you. I don't want to associate with people who like to pretend to suck other men's cocks off. Sorry. That's just not my cup of tea, mate. You know, I've asked you to go away. I've asked you to drop it. I've asked you to leave it. You just keep on going. So enjoy. Renee, if any of these guys, the moderators, any of these guys come back in again with their bullshit, please block them. Are you there, Renee? Are you?
I'm here, darling.
So hopefully that's a wee drama over. You know, I don't know. I've yet when you see me do this on one of their live streams, fucking come and put me to sleep because. And they say they're not stalking you. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing now, you clowns? Fuck off and do your own things.
I agree. And the thing is I've had ad nauseum conversations with Voldemort, but I kind of want my minute with that dumb shit OG. I don't, because it is on a platform, and by God, I'm not telling you to do anything, but you do have control over the platform. You can boot him.
If
If
I
if
let
you
him on my live stream, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what he would do, and before I can do something, because these guys before my gang stalkers before fucking did a fucking swipe on my Scooby Doo channel and fucking
porn bombed
put
it or something.
porn bombed it, and I got a fucking strike for it, right?
So if you look
And
at
then
the
I went to the fucking cops, so I did because I
yeah.
wanted my fucking computer fucking checked out. I was advised to do that. I went to the cops and handed over my fucking devices to make sure that nothing had been untoward had been done. So I fucking wasn't able to stream for like fucking what was it, fucking 2-3 weeks or something like that. I can't remember
It
how
was
long
like
it
a
was.
month. Your computer
Yeah,
was gone
it
for a
was away
week.
forever. And then I had to fucking do a statement and answer questions and all this shit. It was like, fucking hell.
Well, I don't think OG would do that. And the other
Oh
thing
well,
is,
OG was the first person that had the video out about it.
oh, really?
Yes,
Interesting.
and Week Now was sitting in sitting in my hangouts at the time too. So I mean, believe me, I would feel quite comfortable at throwing that at their feet because he put a video out laughing about it straight away. You know, so these people have been fucking gang stalking. They've been trying to take the fucking channel down. They've been trying to do fucking everything under the sun with all this shit, and I've had my fucking belly full. Had enough of it. You know, I am not fucking letting this guy come onto my fucking stream and fucking end up me losing the rights to stream because this is a live stream. If you know what I mean. If you get a strike when you're doing a live stream.
You know, I was just looking at the private messages. I didn't realize that doesn't sound like OG.
What doesn't sound like OG?
I don't know those private messages. I don't.
Though the I love pizza guy.
Yeah, I didn't see all those messages,
It
and it
probably
doesn't.
is. These guys make so many fucking soccer accounts up. It's ridiculous.
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's him. That's weird.
Well, he does record us, you know.
Well, yeah, everybody's Zero's probably recording this now too. I put a video out saying you were live. You know, and I'm sure he subbed you anyway. So yeah, that's a granted, right? I mean, we're always being recorded. Sure.
Yeah, but
And
I'm pretty
the best part
confident. I
is
love.
good for you. Like, for what? You're wasting your time recording the whole thing for what? Hoping, like I think Tretch had said it before, waiting for somebody to slip up. No, but we don't. You've been recording for years. Still waiting. I check my mail every day. Still waiting. Shut up. Sorry,
You
Scoop.
know
Go ahead.
that's the way it goes for these guys. They make up ridiculous soccer accounts and then they just fucking follow you and follow you and follow you. If they can't, you block one account and they come in on another soccer account. It's ridiculous. I mean, I even remember fucking Truth Convoy back in the day. She used to fucking talk to herself in soccer accounts for fuck's sake. It's fucking crazy what these people will get up to, but then they will turn around and say that, yeah, they're the victim. Oh, this fucking goblin guy, GobbleGobble guy, he's fucking. Ooh, I never heard that before, Winter. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm sure everybody can read that. I'm not going to be accused of making accusations against a guy that I can't prove, but the strangely enough, I heard something about that too, and so the whole thing with this lad is, at the end of the day, they try to show themselves as being the victim, right? Likes of GobbleGobble, he likes to say we're all against him and that I'm making videos trying to program people against him, right? That there's a big group of us and that there's only him on his own. Well, that was me 18 months ago. So he's clearly trying to take what the circumstances that I found myself in 18 months ago when I came out against these guys. Where I've got proof that, these guys talking about wanting to wreck and ruin my channel and all the rest of it. I mean, these guys basically had a hit list of Net for Truth USA, Mr. Gunk, and me. I was equated in that same thing just because I didn't agree with them or I wouldn't do what they wanted me to do, whatever it was. That had a rocket up
Skills
their
is in the
ass.
chat, Scooby. Our homegirl Skills is in the chat.
Hi, Skills. I was admiring one of your videos there today, so it was very funny. Very funny indeed. I've watched it quite a few times actually. It's hilarious. Hence Renee's screen name is GobbleGobble. So, I mean, that's public knowledge anyway. Public knowledge now. But yeah, interesting times. It's time to freaking. I think it's time just to put these people in their place, and just say, "Screw you! You're not.
China,
You can."
China, duh, has been usurped by Renee Scooby and Co. for the sheriffs, FBI, CIA, fucking Bilderberg of YouTube. You're welcome.
What's this? What's that all about? What do you mean?
What's what?
What you just said?
I'm just saying the sheriff of YouTube, right? I was stuttering as a joke.
Oh, okay.
Sheriff, right? Well, he's been usurped. He's not sheriff shit.
Yeah, I mean, just get rid of the knob. See, there you go. Silly little comments. That's all he's got. Oh, gee, why don't you go and make a video and show the
Is
actual
he
proof?
saying I want his D? Is that what he accused Monkey Savant? He accused Monkey Savant of having a crush on him. He says, "What is it? His D that I want, and that you're jealous about it? Is he serious, dude? You have a channel dedicated to us. We don't have one dedicated to you, bro. No one's jealous of your $500 sweatshirt. He is insane."
Well, I don't know if it is $500 because in another video he says it's $400, and over a period of time, surely they would depreciate.
It was
It's
$4.99.
probably a copy. It's probably his dad. Did you see the size of it? It's probably his dad's, for fuck's sake. Probably not even his. He's taking his dad's wardrobe.
It's from eBay.
Sure, fucking drowns him. He's like a wee boy, you know.
No, see, OG, I think you're jealous because you want the D. Right, OG?
That's his signature,
Say
man.
hi to Skills, OG. Sub to Skills, OG.
These fucking people, man, I ain't telling you.
Hey, OG, meet the girl who's going to take you down and is in the process of doing so. Sorry to interrupt you, Scooby. I just had to mention it was a female that was kicking his ass with one video.
So Skills is a lady then, yes? I'm safe
That's what she
assuming that
said.
now. Yeah. And definitely an interesting one. That video was
They
brilliant.
made a comment on her channel about her being gay, and she said, "I'm a female, no homo." That was awesome.
I mean, that's typically, these people that attacked me attacked her for no reason other than the fact that she made a comment. He then felt he had to go and make a video about her, and you see what that video does is all his wee buddy gang stalker mates are obviously subscribed to him. So when he releases a video out about somebody like this, names him, etc., then it alerts everybody else to go over, attack him, whatever, that type of thing. That's a typical smoke signal. But I have noticed, like, he's not getting anywhere near the views that he did get at the beginning because people are bored of his ass. You know, the guy announced this busted Mangina channel on his main channel where he's supposed to have over 1,000 subs, and he could only get like 130 something subs out of it. You know, it just shows you how many people actually fucking want to listen to this guy. You know, I think is one of his last videos. He's just not getting it anymore. You know, his YouTube career has boomed. Well, listen, I'm going to drop a wee link in the chat now. If anybody wants to come in and chat away with me and Renee, no problem. If I don't know who you are, I'm going to ask you beforehand before I let you come on. So if you're somebody that doesn't want to tell me who they are, I'm not going to let you on end off. So you're wasting your time, my time. Hey, Rook. So I'll drop the wee link in the chat, and if people want to come on and have a chat and talk to us about what they've been experiencing this week or what they've seen this week, etc., more than welcome.
I don't think Truth Seeker is a female, Becky. I believe I think they were doxxed and it was a guy. I can't really remember because it was at the very beginning. I think he was horrific and really like going after people and doxing them. Someone doxed Damon. I mean, his house and all this stuff. Like, it was pretty bad. They were ruthless.
Skills, I didn't get a chance to get a look at it. I only seen the notification whenever I was firing this up to do the live stream, so I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Winter Moon, everybody, folks. Your wee camera's on, Garn, in case you don't want it on.
No, hi everyone. Good to
Hi,
be
Winter.
here. Hey, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, Garn.
Okay. Well, I wanted to explain my experience with these people, if that's okay.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to. The more the merrier.
Yeah,
Winter, can I quickly preface it with wow, with Truth Convoy? Like, I was vaguely aware of her. I had no idea. That's all.
yeah, and like I said, she's saying my legal name, and I've never had my legal name on the internet ever. I had a bio on Before It's News with Winter Moonflower. She got a hold of that bio and she's exploited it. She saw that I was a campus police officer and I got woven into her mental illness and her obsession with cults and gangs. And I don't know if she's the one that doxed me or if someone in her little circle doxed me and sent her the information. But everyone should know by now, taking clips of Denise or playing Denise's video and her saying my legal name is not cool at all. And I will take it as a huge attack on me, disrespect, and it's just not called for. It's just totally uncalled for. And I had a situation over in Aaron's chat with Sugar Shine because Denise put that sugar in the title, not her legal name, just her avatar name, and was encouraging Aaron to play it. And I have Aaron's home phone number. Aaron has mine. We talk on the phone. We text back and forth. And I was telling him in the chat, don't stop. Please stop. And Sugar was saying, oh, it's about me. I want to hear it. And she had said my legal name 3 times within the first 30 seconds. And I think the first time she says my name, everyone should shut it off and be respectful of me. I might be wrong about that. But if you guys are in my little group here, I think that would be respectful. So now watch, the trolls are probably going to play her videos forever. But how it happened for me, again, it all goes back to Denise. I just retired. I was bored, created a YouTube account to see what it was all about. Had no skills, no computer skills. Never made a video a day in my life. Didn't want to be a content creator. And the the whole Bundy Ranch stuff was happening, and I just made comments in people's chats about that, and then that ended, and then Q started up. Denise was on the big Q thing, pro Q, and that's how I found her. And I was in her chat for 4 months, talking to her and getting to know all the people there. She did the chats and stuff, and she made everyone a mod. She would make everyone a mod, and she was covering the something spring shooting that happened on November 5th, 2017, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was on St. Patrick's Day that she was covering that. And I innocently typed, oh, that's Guy Fawkes Day, November 5th, Guy Fawkes Day. So she attacked me and said I was part of Anonymous, and that I was celebrating those shootings. Sutherland Springs, that's it, the Sutherland Springs shooting. So everyone crowd struck her channel. Her channel then was called Denise Matteau. And everyone struck her channel, and her channel got terminated for bullying and harassment. Well, then she gets contacted by, or she goes and contacts Chinata, or she was in cahoots with him, but convinces him that it was the same group of people that took his channel down that took her down. So I got labeled as being in Monograph's gang, and I had a multi-channel network, and I'd never even made a video. So I didn't even know what a multi-channel network was. And so everyone was attacking me. For 6 months, I did nothing thinking she would stop. I would leave her comment saying, Denise, you know that's a lie, but she hid my comments. And I was going over to OG and fucking Freddie's crowd, and Donna Emerald and I got to know each other because we got attacked together by Denise. So we got to know each other because, you know, if you have a similar experience, you're going to kind of cling together or bond or get to know each other because your problem's the same. And our problem was Denise. And Denise manipulating everybody that she was a victim. And so 6 months goes by, and everywhere I go, I'm being mobbed, and she's a victim, and poor Denise. And then she doxed me, so I started making videos. But fucking Freddie and OG and that whole group over there took Denise's side, and they were white knighting for Denise. And I tried to tell Chinata, I tried to talk to him, I tried to say, dude, you're being manipulated. And he did not listen. He didn't want to listen. Finally, a year and a half goes by, and they finally see her for her true colors that she is. And he did state in a video that, you know, he made a mistake, a miscalculation, and they're going to leave her alone. But they still hate me for no reason, and they still attack me for no reason. But how Scooby ties into this is that I saw Chinata tell Scooby's, or say to a whole bunch of people, Scooby is one of us. So what they always do is they pounce on new channels. If you have a new channel, they'll pounce on you, pull you in, and try to tell you what you're going to do your shows about so they can control the narrative. And I knew Scooby, I had a feeling Scooby had no idea what he was getting involved with or who these people were, but I didn't say anything. And then I made my videos to defend myself. And because Scooby played them and was mirroring some of my videos to show the truth and trying to tell them, hey, you guys got it wrong, they attacked him. It wasn't so much Scooby white knighting for me or sticking up for me. It's just the principle of it and the truth of it. So I went ahead and got rid of my channel, and I sent Denise a cease and desist letter, and she did good to delete all her videos, but now she's starting up again. So that's all I have to say. That's my story in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so much a case of me trying to white knight either, Winter. It was a case of I realized I was in the wrong. You know, and
Right.
if you're in the
Exactly.
wrong, you own it and you admit it, and you know, you take the consequences of whatever it may be. Now, you know, you were quite graceful towards me. You didn't, you know, you weren't as assy towards me as what you really should have been. Um, which was cool in the end. Like, and whenever I was obviously, whenever I was realizing what was going on, and like you said, I was trying to get these people to wake up too, and they weren't interested at all. They weren't having it. Like, I mean, even to this day, I mean, fucking, OG has mentioned you in a few of his videos that he's put up on this Busted
Right,
Mangetta's
exactly.
channel.
Yep.
It's just fucking nonsense. It seems they want to carry it on. They've got nothing to LARP over the fucking summer here, so they want to come back, rewind things back, and start attacking people instead of just letting us fucking get on with things. Forget about us. Move on to new pastors, because we know your shit. We know all your fucking clown moves and what you do and all the rest of it.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know about that channel called Mangina, or that he's still talking about me, or they're still going on about me. I don't know, but I suspect Denise is part of their little group because she got caught in a video clip talking, and she's reading the screen, and then she starts touching the screen, and then she says, kind of to herself or whatever, "I'm trying to follow the instructions on the screen," verbatim. That's exactly what she says. She was sent instructions. She has 2 cell phones. One cell phone, she's talking to somebody and her eyes are looking to the left, and I don't know if it's like Google Hangouts with comments, and they ask her questions. It keeps her on target for her little shows she does, because she has a tendency to wander. But then the ones where she's just doing the attacking of me, that's just all her. But I think they give her scripts, they tell her what to cover, and then they kind of hold her hand throughout her little story to kind of keep her on target, on task, because she has a tendency to ramble, digress, and get off target. But I do think they're paying her, because Denise is definitely all about money. She's very money hungry.
Yeah. I kind of felt it. Things, you see, what I was looking into about your experience and the videos, which was the best thing you done, really, because it woke me up too. I started looking at things around me that was happening, and things didn't add up. I seemed to be getting attacked. Um, I seemed to be getting attacked, and then maybe the most ridiculous, absurd stuff, and then every once in a while, it felt like Convoy would throw OG's name in there for a minute, you know. But
Yeah.
she wouldn't. She
Yeah.
wouldn't. She wouldn't go into great detail. It was basically, just a bit of nonsense. And then, of course, fucking what do you call him? FK and Freddie was always telling me, "Leave her alone. She's just a stupid old woman. Why are you bothering?" And it's like, well, she's going around freaking doing A, B, and C here. I'm not having that.
Right.
You know.
Right. Well, most people don't understand is that for the 4 months that I was following Denise and didn't have a major problem with her, I was trying to give her constructive criticism to say, stay away from the drama part and just stay on task with your, what you're covering, your news, and it would go better for you. Well, she didn't like constructive criticism, but she didn't boot me. So her animosity towards me was building, I think, and then it just came to a complete head when I just innocently typed, Guy Fawkes Day, and because it'd been boiling. With Denise, things tend to boil and then boil over. But I still think she's in with them, and if she has their email address, they're emailing her constantly. She's very compulsive with email. I've heard from a lot of people. See, back when she was going after me and Donna Emerald and Aaron Cross, she actually, like she said, she called my police department to try to get me fired from my job because she thought I worked there. And Aaron Cross and I had talked, and she called his house screaming into the phone, and he had caller ID and got her phone number. And since I was able to file a police report, because DeFango got a hold of me on Facebook, I didn't have anything to do with him. He just contacts me and says, "Hey, I got something I need to send you." I said, "Okay." That email had my dead brother's picture in it, and it's pinned to my Twitter feed. She says that she's never emailed me. No kidding. No, that wasn't it. Domingo forwarded an email she sent to him to me, which had my personal information, my name, my address, my old phone number, and my brother's picture, and it was my docs. And in Texas, there is a law that's probably about 12 or 13 years old that they just passed that states if you email someone's personal information without their permission, it falls into cyber stalking. There's an actual state statute, and I sent that state statute to the police department and with the email, and I said I want to file a police report, and I was able to file a police report. And so I got a copy of that police report, and it had her address and phone number on it. So when Aaron Cross told me the phone number, it matched what was on that police report that I had gotten. So I knew he was telling the truth. She was calling him odd hours, just screaming into the phone, just totally out of control. And so she's doing other stuff too. Like I said, I had to close down my Before It's News blog or my account there because she was spamming the comment section with nonsense, tagging my Twitter feed with porn sites, all kinds of stuff. I mean, she was really, really out of control, above and beyond anything that she should have been doing for no reason. For me, innocently typing Guy Fawkes Day in her chat and her getting triggered, she lost her channel. I didn't get her channel taken down. She got her own channel taken down because she got triggered. And you'll notice she doesn't do live streams anymore where she has chat going because she gets too triggered. There's tons of people that have videos of capturing her getting triggered and yelling and screaming. So she's learned not to do it. Unfortunately, I was the first one that she triggered on that lost her channel. If it hadn't been me, it'd been someone else. It was just a matter of time before, she lost that channel.
Well, she attacks a lot of people. Like, I mean, initially she was friendly enough with me. I was actually, I kind of listened to her story, and of course, if you hear a story with having no knowledge of anything, her story's pretty sad.
You
Like,
believe her. Yeah,
yeah,
you believe
you'll
her.
suck it in. Like, I mean, how
Oh,
wouldn't?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, exactly. Who wouldn't? I even bought into it. And then Donna Emerald and well, Donna's an excellent researcher. I'll tell you what, she can find anything. She's very good. And she sent me some screenshots. I don't keep a lot of evidence. I didn't keep a lot of stuff she sent me, so I'm just not into hoarding evidence on a computer. I don't have home internet. I just have a phone. But she sent me some stuff, and then I'd go look at it. And I started doing my own research into her. And no, I didn't attack that guy that did the interview with her on Meat and Potatoes. Christopher Mader was his name. Did a show on Denise. It was called the Meat and Potatoes Show. I contacted him and asked him if she sent him the evidence she said she would send him, because in that interview he bought into her whole story, hook, line, and sinker. And she had said at the end, I'll send you everything I got, and he wanted it. So I contacted him by Facebook, and I said, hey, are you so-and-so that did that interview? He said, yes, I am. And he came back with, she's a nut. She's nuts is what he came back with. I said, okay, but she never sent him anything. And not only that, he introduced her to another guy named TJ Moonen, who was his best friend, who had another show. She attacked that man and started calling him a pedophile, almost lost him his job. And he was so sorry, this Christopher Mader was so sorry, he introduced Denise Matteau to his very best friend, TJ Moonen. And Denise still follows him, TJ Moonen, on Twitter, or she used to. Still bothering that man. And then that poor Brian Birmingham, oh my gosh. She's still attacking him, and it's 10 years later. I talked to him on the phone, Brian Birmingham.
Yeah. Well, shit, what do you have to say?
She's nuts. And that he worked for, he was doing, okay, he was in college studying psychology at UMass. Unfortunate for him. And then because Denise's daughter killed herself at UMass, so Denise connects everything that's never connected. It doesn't connect in her mind. She wrote to the dean of his school nonstop, trying to get him kicked out of school, calling the police, calling everybody that she can. She's very, very, very determined. Was very determined to attack him, calling his family. Anything she could do to attack him, she was doing it. And he was not questioned by UMass because of the death of Denise's daughter. He went to the police to tell them this lady's driving me nuts because she keeps attacking me. Because she has it in her mind that they knew each other. He did not know her. He didn't know of her, knew nothing about Denise Matteau's daughter. He just happened to be working part-time for one of those guys, or while he was doing his thing in school, studying psychology, he got a job with that institute, the Cult Institute or something. And as you know, Denise obsesses over cults. And so he ran into her in their forum. You know, he's in the forum talking to people and runs into her in the forum, finds out, you know, he goes to UMass. And then when her daughter killed herself, she plays the victim. She's crucified. Oh, it has to do with the gang. It has to do with this, has to do with that. And she's sure it's connected. And it's not. Nothing's ever connected except in Denise's head. And so he's a major victim. There's tons of victims of Denise Matteau's. And she's very well known to the Austin Police Department. And she's very well known to Corpus Christi Police Department. And the police department here, she'll turn things around on you, like they did, because she thought they gossiped with me about her, which they didn't. The police officer who I talked to, he made a comment. She hadn't been in trouble for 4 years, which was 2 years ago when I filed the police report. So it's been 6 years now. She hadn't been in trouble for 4 years, he said. He said that to me. So she has to go and do a video saying that this police department here by me knows me. No, they don't. I have no reason to know anybody there. I don't personally know any police officers anymore. We've all retired and left the service. You know, I'm pretty up there in years, and most of the people I worked with and knew are gone. There's nobody over there that says, oh, we know her. Oh, why? It's just total BS. It's all made up. She just makes it up as she goes.
Yeah, that's kind of she's kind of a good storyteller too. Like, I mean, but the number one issue that, you know, anybody with a bit of brains, whether you find out the history of her or anything about that, or, you know, when somebody is, you know, they don't produce any evidence of what they say, then walk away. Because, I mean, she made so many accusations against me, but she never produced any evidence. Yet I was able to produce the evidence, like, about her.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And it's the same with these guys now. I mean, somebody keeps on trying to get in here. They won't tell me who their channel name is. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
Wouldn't trust it if they won't tell you who, because they want to confront me probably.
Well, he says it started off saying OG is scum, that they hate OG. Now it's why won't you man up and let me speak? So it's obviously OG.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's one of those trying to get you to lower your guard, let him in, and then he's going to attack. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want the fucking scumbags on my channel. I wasn't allowed to go on their channels and fucking defend myself or question them why they were doing A, B, and C against me. I wasn't allowed to fucking do that. So why should I give them the time and day? I'm just not doing it.
You're not.
They can go fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because they don't deserve it. And they did the same thing to me. I kept trying to tell them, guys, you know, you're being manipulated. That didn't happen. That's a lie. You don't know the story. Oh, and Janata was like, nope, no, just like a little kid. No, not going to hear it. and just totally unreasonable about it. So now when he figured it out, they still hate me for no reason. But yeah, they just want to be obstinate and stuck in their own little world, and they're not grown men enough to say, "Hey, I was wrong. I was manipulated. I was wrong," and correct it, make it right. They're not man enough for that. See, that's the difference between the people that don't troll and the people that do troll. It's just integrity. They lack
He,
integrity.
this is how ridiculous this is. He says to me here, why won't you man up and let me speak? Don't be gay, Scoop. This is the fifth account I've recorded being blocked.
Yeah,
I
driving
mean,
them nuts.
should you not have got the message the first time?
See,
And
you being
certainly
able to
by the
speak,
second time.
yeah, you having a voice and being able to speak and tell your truth drives them nuts. It drives them insane. So you're very much in the right to not allow them a voice. They don't deserve it.
OG, away and make a video showing the evidence that I sold out to Mr. Gunk, like you claim, and then come back to me.
They never have evidence.
Yeah, because I've proved so many times that it didn't. It's ridiculous. But they change the narrative now. It's about an email. And now it's, well, it doesn't matter if even if he does show the email because some other bullshit. And it's like, yeah. You couldn't get me one. You lied about me one way and couldn't prove it, and I beat you down on it. Now you're fucking trying to do this another way, the same thing, and it's like you'll just get beat down to that too. Um, I'll have a couple of videos that come out. I mean,
Mhm. Hey, Scooby, wasn't there, if I remember correctly, because this is going back like what, over 2 years ago now, where you had found evidence, you had a really good video and evidence, and you put the video up, and all those, fucking Freddie saw it, OG saw it, and then you took it down real quick, and they wanted it. They wanted that information you had really badly, and you said no. I don't know all the ins and outs of that. And to me, that was like right also when they were turning on you.
yeah, they'd already fucking turned on me. They'd already fucking weren't happy about things, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know, man.
They wanted your research to use for themselves and to
I mean,
claim it for themselves.
here I am talking about YouTube psychopaths and their tactics, and this guy is fucking bombarding me because I dropped the link in the fucking chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
fucking psychopathic fucking behavior. They just
It is. Yeah.
constantly fucking stalking me. It's like,
He's triggered. Very triggered. Very triggered. Just let him be triggered. Can you just let him sit there in the backstage in the basement? Just let him sit there.
and that's fucking. Just fucking document this.
You're documenting. Well, I see. I can't see chat. I just have my cell phone. I have to click on chat and see who's all chatting. Oh, thanks, Renee. I appreciate it. It's been a long time for me to finally do a panel. I just, didn't want to deal with it. A lot of me was like, I just don't want to deal with this. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So finally, I'm starting to speak out because it's going on for too long.
See, if you got StreamYards, no, you don't have it. No, you don't. You don't have it. So you don't. You wouldn't see the
No.
comments saying. I see. I have a comment, so it's just taking taking documentation of it. But that's I
Oh,
said. The guy, he's still at it again. OG, go and make a video showing the evidence that I sold out, and then you can come on anytime you want. Told
well,
you.
Mm.
So I told you, OG, if you can make a video proving that I sold out to Mr. Gunk, I'll leave YouTube forever.
Well, Skills is asking me a question. I was able to see live comments. Um, she's asking me about my experience with Lepo. Is it okay if I address that question real quick?
Yeah. Work away. Went there. Don't worry about it. Go for it, girl.
Okay. Well, um, everybody was going over to Teenage FBI and watching that, and it was a lot of fun for a while, getting to know Lepo and everything. I'd never done Discord before, and so I learned Discord and was going into Discord and seeing how that works. And I experienced that. I'm done with it. Deleted the app. Well, what had happened was, what was that lady's name? The lady that worked with him, Lady Steph. Lady Steph seeing him. Well, they let, unfortunately, if you're in the chat, they let the trolls attack you, and then the mods will time you out and not the person attacking you, because that a person attacking was in their little clique and they were liked better than you were liked. It's like hierarchical, a hierarchy. Oh, you might be liked, but you're number 50 in place, and there's a whole bunch of more people above you that they like better, so the mods will take up for them attacking you. And I didn't like that. I was put into timeout for no reason, along with two other people, and we were in Discord talking, and they explained to me, Shady J was one of them. I think Ben Mac was the other one, and we were talking. We're like, I have no idea why we got put in timeout. And then I was talking to Lady Steph C, and I said something about, I don't know what I said. I said something that made somebody really mad back there, and I got put out of Discord. I got just totally kicked out of Discord. They had two servers. They had the one that's called the headquarters one, and then they had the Lizard Lounge or whatever. And I was just out in the cold. Like, wow, okay, I made somebody mad. And so I was talking to Lady Steph C via Twitter and saying, hey, what happened? And she played dumb, like it wasn't her, and I think it was her. And then they wouldn't give me the link to come back in for like a day or whatever. And I just said, I don't need these games. I'm just out. And so I stayed. I've got a link. I went back in and deleted a lot of the postings I had, and then I just deleted it and stayed out of it and just left. There wasn't really all that big a drama, except that they just unfairly kicked me out of Discord, and they just had a big clique of people that were more in than other people. And so I just stayed out of it. That's been a while back. And he kept, oh yeah, here's the other thing. He was playing my legal name, and he had assured me like 4 times, or maybe 3 times. And on the 4th one, I said, I'm done too. That played into it. Kept saying my legal name on the video. And I said, Lepo, you told me you wouldn't do that. And he told me it was just him and I on Discord. And I said, hey, I got a real problem with you doing that. So he makes a big thing out of, oh, well, if you just ask me, I'll just stop and see how that is. It's real easy. You just got to tell me. It's like, okay, I've told you like 3 times. And on the 4th time, I'm done. And so now I think, I blocked him on Twitter. I'm just totally out of there. It's really quite dark. It started getting very dark and going into very dark and bloody and gory, having pictures of dead animals or being slaughtered or whatever. It's just not my cup of tea either. So I blocked them. I'm out of there. I won't go back in there. And that's it. That's all that happened.
I don't have any knowledge of them people myself, like.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
See, I really don't want to be. I really don't want to be, clicky as they call it. Like, I'd quite like things to be fucking, everybody just to be able to get fucking on, like. And I mean, obviously, there's people that I'm friendly with and have been friendly with for a long time. That I'd be more inclined to talk to.
There's something with YouTube channels. It's like it goes to people's heads. Some people will just just a little bit too much ego, little bit like Denise and some other people. They'll have this radio show or their talk show, and then they'll have mods, and they'll say my mods, and it's just like a big ego trip. And I had a situation where someone had called me over to their channel because of something I had said, and then had me on block. And there I am answering their questions, and they can't see me because they had me blocked. See, that's a typical troll move. That's typical. And so I had to switch accounts that they didn't know about and come back in and say, you called me over here, but you got me on block. So that's somebody else I won't deal with or talk to.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, what's going on in the chat?
Don't know. Don't know.
Oh, I see skills. Yeah, I've heard of that. I heard she's using, Lady Steph sees a man with a voice changer. I don't know. I have no idea if that's true or not.
Yeah, that's something else that's gotten a bit popular around here as well. People fucking using voice changers. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, the other thing I want to address, I don't know how many people you got watching right now. Can you see?
26.
That's quite a lot. The other thing too is my brother is not Mexican. We have the same mother. uh, he died in 2017. He was 56 years old. And I did show a picture of him in the casket. And they used too dark of makeup. The funeral parlor must have been out of the right shade for my brother, but they did use darker makeup. I wasn't happy with it, but a lot of people say he looked really good, looked like he had a dark tan. But he's not Mexican, Denise. We have the same mother. My mom and dad married before they had any children, stayed together. She passed away. He never even dated, and then he passed away. So I've never had a stepmom. She died before my dad, and 7 kids, all from the same parents, and we're white. And there was no attack on Defango because Defango's Mexican. There, see how she ties things together? A goof up by the funeral parlor of too dark a makeup turns into, oh, she's Mexican. She's attacking Defango. It's like, how does she even come up with this? And that is the comical part. And I have to say, watching her really is comical because of her mental illness. And that's the only reason people watch her is because she's funny. It's kind of sad in a way, but it is funny.
Nice, Renee's back in.
Okay.
Well, lost you, Gert. Oh, fucking lost myself for a second.
Oh yeah, skills. You're talking about that chick. Yeah, blue screen. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about her. I have no idea what her deal is.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even deal with her.
The stock accounts are aplenty tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. OG keeps on trying to get in there. It's like,
do not give him the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Don't let him. Absolutely not.
You know.
He doesn't deserve the respects at all. That's too much respect.
I can hear you.
I was doing a little bit of research, so I was myself, just looking into a few wee things myself for today, and I came across some, some stuff worth sharing in the future here. So, I don't care what he does, to be honest with you. He can sit and cry about me for now the kingdom come.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get the bonkers lies every one of them, but it doesn't matter. The people around me that know me, were there at the time, and the ones that come later, if they don't want to believe me, well, fair enough. I don't mind that. You don't have to believe me. I'm not asking anybody to take my side. You know, um, so I mean, I have no interest in him really. Like, I mean, I tried explaining this to the guy a long time. Whenever I came back, I tried to explain to him, but he keeps on just making his wee videos. He goes after treats. He goes after me. He attacks Renee. He'll attack Treats' wife. You know, he'll say that he's phoning the police up. He'd say he's phoning employers up. There's actually in that video that Skills put up, it quite clearly shows that he was the one that freaking contacted Jamie Deluxe's boss.
Oh wow, that's a big thing with them.
Yeah.
Craziness.
It's that's the way the crazy left get on too.
Yep.
The crazy side. Not I don't mean all left. I mean the crazy side of it, because there's crazy sides on both sides. I'm irrelevant when it comes to left and right anyway in America. But it just from what you observe going around, the crazy, well, it's possibly the right does the same thing. I don't know, but at the end of the day, their behaviors, the tactics that they use. I mean, anybody watching this stream now, surely you can see. You know, I've buttered him. I've buttered him about fucking 12, 13 times, I think.
Yeah, they want you to keep going over it and over it and over it and
They
over
want
it,
you
and
to.
it's like, go ahead.
Well, since you say they want you to waste their time on them, they want to take up your energy. See, while you're being distracted, having to kick them out of the chat, having to do this, and all the rest of it, they're laughing their ass off.
Yeah, and then again, I don't know why so many Canadians want to attack Americans, and it seems odd to me. There's so many foreign people in this small little pocket. I don't know if it's an algorithm that's thrown us all together, but it's just kind of strange to me.
Well, I mean, we're seeing, as I said earlier on there, there's a group of people that have been harassing Renee there, along with a few others from a different pocket. But from talking with each other about it all, it definitely looks like both groups of attackers, gang stalkers. I'm just going to call them gang stalkers from now on because that's exactly what they're doing. Both sets have done it, came about the exact same way, had the same behaviors, and then employ the same tactics. And it's like, there's more to this than meets the eye. Like,
There's got to be a handler or somebody directing it somewhere. This can't just be an organic happening. You know what I mean?
no,
It
well, it
doesn't
goes.
feel organic to me.
No, it goes through Twitter and stuff. They've got their clicks, that they're trolls that like to come after, and the people who record everything, watch everything. Some of these people probably think you don't realize just how ridiculous these people are, and some of them I think are scared to say anything, so they just go along with it because they don't want to be turned on next.
Right.
So they're kind
Yeah.
of put in that position. But eventually, I mean, it does come out that freaking, since I came out against these guys last year, the falling out with the fell out with Monkey Savant. They were all happy with
Right.
her
Oh
or
yeah.
him for a long time. They lapped that channel up, because
Right. I
she or
remember
he
that.
was
Right. I remember
documenting.
that. And she's one that doesn't like me. She's one of them that went along with the crowd,
Yeah.
Gills is making
the,
some really good points. Are you reading her comments?
no.
She
Are you
goes,
talking
I
to
can read
me?
them to you.
Sure.
she said, I don't get how anyone doesn't see through it. I found so many more snitch screenshots right after I made the video. I'm not even from the hood, and you're done doing that round her. Round her. She said, I think the Pizzagate algorithm was strong as fuck. So, hey, no problem, girl. You make great points, you know? And then I was asking Silentium about, they said something about Lepo. I enjoy Marcus Conti interview with Lepo. And if you know how that connects, Lepo was involved with Tamara, which is involved with the A1 people, the First Amendment people that film cops and hold them accountable. And Marcus Conti was struggling. I remember when he first came around, he was struggling. He was like, come on, I need Patreons. Come on, come on. And then who contacted him? But DeFango and Thomas Schoenberger. And he had that drama for a little bit. All of a sudden, he's got thousands of subs. Vinny DiMartini, sorry, Vinny, is a mod, and I believe his only mod in his channel. It's just very odd to me. And Lee
Right,
Volkman's up in
yeah.
there too sometimes.
Oh yeah, Lee's all in
Vonderloo,
it.
people I've seen right around Freddie and these original people. And I'm not saying anything bad about you guys. I enjoy talking to them in Marcus's chat. I'm there. I chat there. I like Marcus. I think, you know, he's always been a Bernie bro, but I like that he walks around New York City and shows the empty hospitals and kind of gives an honest perspective to things that are going on, although he might be liberal leaning or whatever. But I just see certain people in there, certain mods in there who are connected to Aaron's people, who are then being connected to our people, which were connected from the GDL people. And like you said, Scooby, we're just regular people. A lot of us just came on for other reasons, and we've got people like China behind all of them.
And others.
There was Marcus Conti did several videos about Thomas Schoenberger, and he's like, I didn't even want to talk to the guy. I'm not saying anything like that I agree, but I'm saying what Thomas said, Marcus said about Thomas is, you know, DeFango was getting in touch with him. DeFango was doing slam videos against Thomas at that time. Thomas was contacting Marcus Conti. And this is about a month, maybe 6 weeks after he was begging for money in Patreon because he wasn't making it and he was getting frustrated. And now he's got a ton more viewers. I don't know, man. That's all I'm saying. And he's much more relevant than he ever was. He's getting on the LTV lines. I'm not subbed to that guy, but
I think Marcus has got
similar. And like I said, I even like Marcus.
I like Marcus. He's got talent.
People going channel to channel. They're everywhere, and there's a couple of them that are behind a majority of the communities that are.
That's my point. It doesn't feel organic.
You know, around here.
It doesn't feel
there's
organic.
Common people behind.
There's a structure, and see, I think Marcus is really has got a lot of talent, but he's even been
love you, Skills. I'm gonna mute.
He's been on television. I mean, he was a psychic investor or something and wrote a book, and so he's got a little bit of fame behind him. Marcus has some fame.
Scooby?
Pardon?
Do you know anything about Lepo?
No. Never heard of them before at all.
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with them, but what they would do is what I saw is they would have Discord conversations. And one thing that concerned me was a video where Tamara Wolf was talking, and basically he seemed to mute out everyone else talking, but you could see them talking in the Discord thing. And he was only showing her voice. So like he invites people into Discord to talk, and then he sort of like
he live streamed it, yeah.
Opera. He covers kind of LARPy type stuff, but he really
has a lot of tactics.
And you know, he's right in there with everybody else doing what everybody else is doing, even though he's sort of supposed to be a comedy channel. I'm not subbed
but
anymore.
He's a mean guy.
I
he's
don't
mean.
understand a lot of the pockets he was attacking, but Tamara was in there, and that's people from around Aaron's area, and it was just interesting because I've heard people be afraid of him or say they were afraid of him, that he was an agent. we know for a fact he's recording phone calls, cutting out other people in the calls, and broadcasting these calls on live streams. He has gimmicks where he hits a cowbell and stuff, so he's entertaining. I don't know what all that means, but that was my basic objective observations about what was going on over there. It's interesting, and it's interesting that Skills knows about it, because it's another commonality between several communities that we know about on here. Just like how the anti-GDL became part of the Pizzagate thing. Right? That we broke off from Pizzagate because it became something else, and these people broke off the GDL because they noticed LARPs too, and then here we all are in this separate group, and then we've got patriot groups that have separated because you find that there's cops or ex-cops or just people trying to expose cops that are breaking the law. And again, like you said, Scooby, all the attacking, and this is where it gets very convoluted and confusing, and I hope I'm making sense, but there were all these breakoffs of these movements, which may have been propaganda. I'm doing air quotes over here if you can't see me. And then these people got attacked just like you were saying. Because why? They were over the target? They broke away from the propaganda? I don't know.
Not able to be controlled,
I'm only a pawn
I don't
in
know.
the chess game. I'm not a bishop or a king or a queen. So
well,
there's
let's
a lot
back
more
up.
people around
Renee,
like that than I am.
Renee, you tend to jump around so fast. It's like I want to comment on one comment you said 10 comments ago because you move fast. Your mind thinks very fast. But Lepo sees himself as an entertainer.
Well, I think I might have started as a pawn. I might have moved up to a queen now, but I'm still not well versed in these LARPs.
I'm not either.
Heard ARGs, augmented reality games, and I keep hearing J-Man saying live interactive television. And
I wouldn't go so far as to say this is television.
The other day talking about this, that Monty, the comment was that it was by J-Man that Monty had seamlessly transitioned from whatever he was to that live interactive reality internet thing.
Well,
it's fascinating. And J-Man always talks about that stuff. And yeah, sorry, go ahead.
One of the things are, strangely enough, when Theyre saying this isn't like television recently, because of the lockdown laws put in place in the UK, a lot of the TV companies who have productions can't produce the shows. So what they're doing is now basically the host of the show is now sitting in their home interviewing people via Skype or Zoom or whatever method it is. And whenever you look at the TV screen, you've got exactly what anybody can see now looking at their computer screen. You've got three freaking, you see three different names up. Obviously we're not in camera here. These guys are all on camera, and they're actually turning into like a bit of a YouTube TV now. It's and that's just not one show. There's maybe about 5 or 6 shows doing this regularly now. It's growing and growing. It's getting more and more popular.
Yeah, I see some questions. I'm going to have to speak to this issue. Tamara Wolf. She was not coaxed over to Lepo. She went over to Lepo because she was trying to stalk me. And I don't care how many times she lies and tells the same lie over and over and over. It's like George Bush and those weapons of mass destruction in Israel. It's about as reliable as that. She again, she even admits she was a plant. She was put up to trying to get friendly with me back when everybody was pro Denise and on Denise's side. And that's how we got introduced to Tamara Wolf, was through Denise. I mean, we were all watching Denise. Denise announces her name and said, oh, there's this lady named Tamara Wolf who did a video, and I guess she's in on it now. So we all flew. There's like 30 of us and went over to her channel, and we all subbed. We all subbed to her and watched her videos. But I didn't leave a comment because I had a feeling something wasn't right because it was coming from Denise. So she comes over to my channel when I had my videos up and left a comment to me. And she's all it's terrible what this lady Denise is doing to you and all that. And so she wanted me to email with her, and I don't email with anybody. The only email I've given anybody was Domingo to send me that stuff that he had from Denise to forward it to me, and that was it. We didn't even talk back and forth. And so I told her, no, I don't do that. And so she did coax me over to her comments, and we were chatting back and forth, and she started like rapid fire asking me questions. And she asked me a question. I was getting a red flag, and she asked me a question about why I was upset with fucking Freddie. And I just gave her a blow off. I was on my way out. I was giving her a blow off answer. And I said he called me a cunt because I was on my way to blocking her. But then also, another thing that happened shortly after that, who was it? Bowel Movement. Oh, Spoof Movement, who I call Bowel Movement, had been attacking my channel and my videos, and he had been commenting over there. He was friends with her, which was another red flag that I just had noticed he was friends with her. And then he attacked me in her comments, and I stood up for myself, and she attacked me saying, don't come up in my lair attacking my homeboy. So she got put on block, and I've never talked to her since. I've never talked about her since. And all she has done is just totally, like for 2 months straight, she was doing attack videos on me, raging at me for like 5 videos a day. Each was a 5-minute video. So 2 months of this, and she was threatening to come to my house. She's cocking shotguns. She's trying to be real intimidating, which that don't intimidate me. So I decided she'd put up this duck video. She had some videos. She was feeding ducks. And so Monty, she was trying to get in real good with Monty and Agent 19. And so Monty made a comment about her duck video, how it was cute and everything. So I thought, well, this will be funny. I'm going to put up a duck hunting video. So I put up a video, and I was being funny, of hunters shooting ducks out of the sky as a joke to be like, just as a joke. She said it was a death threat video. And so, I mean, I took it down. But then she's been going on and on that she's been around for 2 years. She hasn't been around except for a little over a year. And she was never involved in this whole stuff that started out with Denise and me or anybody else. That had been going on for about a year before she even came along. And she's trying to put herself to screw with the timeline, the time frame, and insert herself way back when it started, when she was never around. So, I just don't even go there. I mean, I'm not into people who shit their pants on air and puke on themselves, burping, and just low grade, low life stuff that I just want nothing to do with. And all she talks about is sex all the time and crap. I'm not going to go there. It's too low vibration.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's just too low. It's just it's gutter slut. I'm not going to hang out with the gutter sluts.
Yeah, I've watched some of was it F=1 over time streams there, so I have, and they're a good laugh. It seems most of the time you'll get a good laugh over there, and then of course the trolls will come on, and sometimes he entertains them, and other times he doesn't. But
Yeah.
ultimately, it seems like most of the time you can go there, you can freaking just carry on as you would expect, just normal behaved people. But the one of the things that has always blown my mind. I mean, I don't class myself as being the sharpest knife in the drawer, right? But I don't class
Right.
myself as being stupid either. And
Yeah.
I look around at these channels that do all this, and I look at the people who are supporting them, and some of them, okay, as I said, people maybe not scared, a bit scared to speak out, but then there's people who blindly support, and I'm just like, you know, are you that blind that you really don't see what's happening in front of you? Does it take it to happen to you before you'll realize, you'll wake up? I mean, especially after a couple of months, you're bound to, start asking questions. But a lot of these people have followed these channels for a long time, and they're definitely part of the group, you know, because I don't believe
Right.
people can. I worked it out for myself, and as I said, I'm no genius.
It
Um,
does take people a while, though, Scooby. I mean, if you're not, if it's new, if you're new to this and you're new to how this works, it does take you a while to observe and draw your conclusions and see how people interact and what's going on. It took me a while. I mean, I didn't know there was such a thing as doxing. I didn't know to put a bio up on before it's news that some crazy lady like Denise would get a hold of it and she'd have some crazy fantasy about gangs and cults and have an issue with campus police officers, which I was 28 years ago prior to graduating college. I worked as a campus police officer part time. And so she's still screaming, I'm a crooked cop. As a campus police officer 28 years ago, I don't know, she said she called for an investigation into me. I actually had someone, this is how, this speaks to what you're talking about, Scooby, people not catching on. I had a guy ask me, were you a campus police officer at UMass? Well, number one, I've never ever worked any place ever except Indiana. I've never lived in any other state except Indiana. So, no. And number one, she killed herself like on a campus like years after I was no longer even working as a campus police officer. I graduated in 92 from college, so I stopped being a campus police officer in 92. It was in 2010 when she killed herself. And so and I joke, I don't know if this is true. She puts me in with Whitey Bulger, and I don't know if Whitey Bulger came about because he was part of the Winter Hill Gang. I'm Winter Moonflower. The
well,
winter part might have been
she
the
does the
connection.
same. Sure, she throws me into the Whitey Bulger thing just because I'm Irish. It's like,
Oh yeah.
okay. Here, I've got is that Angela G? I just added her to the stream here.
I see
Hi.
her.
Hey,
Okay.
Angela
Oh,
G.
hey Angela.
Hi, it's me. Hi, Winter. Um,
Hey.
so I know you don't know me, but I've known of you for a really long time just because I lurked for a long time on a bunch of different channels.
Did
Um,
you ever see my videos I put up about Denise?
I don't think I saw. What year did you do that?
I took them down I took them down May. It'll be a year this coming May. So if you didn't see all my videos about Denise and you're not probably you probably don't have the full story, but go ahead.
I just wanted to basically give you a lot of credit for enduring everything I've heard.
Well, thank
Um,
you. I appreciate that.
I know that I do know that you've endured a lot. I've watched it. I've heard it. I may not have saw your videos and no, I don't know the whole story, but what I do know is enough. And
Yeah, I'm a target for a lot of people, especially people with ego issues.
I don't know your past, your background. I don't need to. But I just know you've always been pleasant to me in the chats. I've known of
Hmm.
your for a long time because I found a bunch of groups. Um, I guess I would say September 2018. I found a lot of you for certain reasons. I was kind of checking some things out because of something that had happened to me, like my first horrible internet experience. I came on here for the Vegas shooting in October of 2017, and I had never been on YouTube before, ever. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to come on here because it was my opportunity to actually say hi to you, and
Well, thank
um,
you.
I feel I feel bad for what you have had to endure. And I do know, even though I don't know you personally, I do know how you feel about your name being said. And obviously she does that on purpose. You know, but anyways, I just wanted to say, I know that you've gone through a lot and I know you've endured a lot, and I feel bad that somebody else can make up these. I mean, I'm roped in there too, but I laugh at what she says about me because it's like, whatever, you know, but, you know, I just wanted to acknowledge that I know that you've endured a lot, and I feel bad that people do things like that on the internet. And
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What's sad is that these people that have known me for 2 years and they still want to attack me for their own issues, whatever their issues are. They may know the truth. They might be deciding not to acknowledge the truth of the situation, and they still want to attack me. And that's their issue. I can't do anything about that. But certain people have recently been blocked that I thought were more intelligent. And you know the two I'm talking about. I thought they recently had me on their, or they recently called me over and then proceeded to block my comments. You know who it was. So I just have nothing more to do with those two people. That's how I do it. Just, they're blocked and gone. I just have no more to do with them.
Right. Well, I know it definitely makes you a stronger person. I know that's kind of like the normal thing to say, but I say that because I've been through my own issues, and it's definitely made me a stronger person on the internet. And, you know, it just troubles me why certain people feel the need to act the way that they do, because I sure hope they don't act that way, like living in their neighborhood, you know, or, you know, going to the store, or just like regular life in general. Like, I couldn't even imagine living next to somebody that's that horrible to people, you know? And it's like
Well,
my friend and I got wrapped into Denise's whole thing, and it's like, what the hell? You know? And she doesn't know, I mean, she does not know me at all. Like, just from me
right.
commenting, and that's not enough to go. I mean, like I said, what she says about me and my friend, it's pretty laughable.
Yeah, I think she calls you pothead mama.
Yeah. And it's funny. What's really
Yeah.
funny about that is a couple other people here on YouTube, we were all trying to figure out a name for me because everybody else had a name. Now, in the Vegas community, they did some really shitty stuff, but none of us ever got names. I was like, man, this group's way more creative. I want a name, you know? And so
Yeah.
no soon did we talk about that, the very next day I had a name, and I was like, oh my God, I love my name. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she's listening. Thank you, Denise. Thank you for my name. We were trying to think of one up, and you thought of the perfect name. I love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Nobody really hates Denise. I mean, you
right.
just get aggravated with her, but nobody really is out to get her
No, I've seen that.
or hates
Yeah.
her. You know what? It's so funny. We were joking one time, and she's so easy to kind of get stirred up. And this was a while back. Some people were joking. I said, "Hey, let's go down to her apartment and have a picket line." And she did a video about how we were organizing a picket line. We're going to come down and picket her apartment. It was so hilarious.
I know.
It was
It's like
funny.
everybody's really going to do that, right? It's like it's a joke.
Yeah, it
I
was a
know.
joke. Yeah,
Yeah,
but she gets a little bit she's a little bit paranoid. I can understand that because she does antagonize so much. You
right.
know,
Right.
She's made me want to go buy a plane ticket and come see her. I mean, I have felt like that. I have felt like if I had my bags packed, somebody to watch my dog, I'm hopping on the next plane and I'm going to go confront her.
Right, exactly.
But I won't.
I bet. Well, and it's like, if you think about it, I mean, this is the way I think. Not all, okay, not all, but half of the people that do these things, they'd probably not act like that to your face. And some of the people would probably like you. We would totally hit it off. You know, they're just assholes on the internet for some reason. So, and I've had my experiences with Vegas people. It's like, you know, if you knew me, you would never say that about me. You would totally want to hang out with me. And I would make you laugh all night long, you know? So it's kind of like, you know, I did go through my phase of early within the first year of meltdowns, crying. I would talk to my real good friends at the time going, oh my God, I can't believe they said that about, I mean, I would just break down. And it's
Really?
like,
Wow.
oh
I've never
yeah,
gone through that.
it
No, I've
affected me. It
it
affected me.
can. Yeah.
I think it affected me. This is why it affected me because I know that I'm like the furthest from what they just said. And it's like, I think what really bothered me was if you knew me, you would never, ever say any of those things, you know?
You got to have a tough skin. I have to tell you, when you showed your face for
Yeah.
the first time, I was really nervous for you. I was really scared for you because someone has taken my picture and made
Uh-huh.
a video, and it's this attack video. I don't have a criminal record, but Denise found a dismissed court case, and
Yeah.
she's been, using that. And this guy started using that. There are no court records, but he found a newspaper clipping, and he's projecting those as if they're court records when they're not, because the case has been expunged.
Right.
But it was a dismissed case, and I didn't get it expunged until after Denise found it. And it's like, holy crap! Now I got to go and spend. I had to spend $1,000 because of her to get it expunged. And so, kind of glad I did, because when this other guy came along, got mad at me, he decided to attack me, and
Right.
there were
Right.
no records. There were no records for him to go after because I'd already expunged it. But
Right.
that worries me that somebody will get mad at you and will go
It's
use
been,
your photo.
it's been done. It's been
That's
done.
already been. It's
Oh yeah.
already been done. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I'm not worried about any of that kind of stuff.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it doesn't. If they made a picture of me and made a video, so be it. It's been done. They've made videos with crystal balls and a dildo. They've made
Oh
500
my.
cow videos about another friend of mine that has nothing to do with YouTube. That's a wife of somebody on here that is a YouTuber. Um,
Wow.
they did a live leak chat where some of us were in a private chat. Somebody videoed it and put it out. They got me calling this girl a bitch and whatever. Who cares? That's what I think anyway. Um, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, yeah, you are a bitch. So yeah. And the C word doesn't affect me. You know, some women flip out about that. I say, bring me a better word. Like I can come up with better ones than that. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they don't know how I was raised. They don't know what I was raised around. They don't know what I've endured in my own life to make me like this. And so yeah, that's all been done. And I've got really big girl panties on, you know, and I don't go around being mean to people. I only become a redheaded bitch if they really are mean. It's got to be a certain mean though, or a certain thing that just pushes that button. And it takes a lot. It's a certain button you got to push for me to flip out. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but anyways,
I don't know. I'm
yeah,
pretty easygoing. I'm pretty easygoing. I'm very laid back. It takes a lot to really get to me.
right.
But what the other day, I had a situation where someone was very disrespectful to me. Someone that said they really liked me. Oh, I really love you, girl. I kind of talked to them about their issue of a breakup and was kind of counseling them. Got to know them, but when she first opportunity she got to disrespect me, she took it, and that really hurt my feelings.
Yeah, right.
Because everybody knows you don't play clips of Denise saying my legal name. You just don't do it. I don't been saying it for over 2 years. You just don't do it. And to have people hear her say it, my name, the first minute 3 times, and to keep going, that was just very hurtful. And so then, yeah, I got on the panel. I know somebody's making a lot of noise. I got on the panel and just said, hey, well, I was accused of causing drama. I don't think that's me causing drama. I think that's me being righteously pissed off.
So
So,
here's another perspective on that, because I kind of like saw most of that go down. And
well, I wasn't the only one. Renee was in there before me saying, hey, knock it off. But I was in right behind her. So Renee saw it and was like,
but
hey, this ain't cool.
I mean, like if I was doing a live stream and I was playing something, it would probably take me a second or two to react, right? Depending on, say I have the stream going and I'm like 6 feet away from my phone, or I'm not trying, I don't know, I know you as well as I know Aaron, so I'm not like no sides here at all.
Well,
But
I was saying in the chat, stop, please, stop, don't do that. And then it wasn't, and see, Denise is tricky. She will make the title something to throw people off,
right,
knowing full well she's going to spend 90% of her time attacking me
right,
because she finally got around to what the title was about 30 minutes in. 30
right,
minutes
yeah,
of attacking me, and then one little thing about the person that she named the title of.
right.
That's
Well,
great.
and I don't know, like I'm on Aaron's channel stuff. He's always super nice. I like watching his streams. I like, the group, the vibe and all that. And we're all on there. I don't know what you and Aaron's history are or have, but it seems like y'all get along. And
Yeah, there's no problem. There's just that
so
I wasn't causing drama. I was
no,
righteously angry, and
yeah. So
I didn't need to
I don't think,
apologize for anything.
no, I didn't say that at all. I was just kind of looking at it like, I know sometimes if I do a stream, I'll walk away, or like, he's got all those screens up. So maybe he's freaking in the kitchen. I mean, I don't, when I'm in like a panel with somebody, I'm not always watching that private chat thing. And I don't think Aaron would intentionally like hurt any of
Well,
us.
he was being egged on. He was being pushed to, hey, play that, like it was going to be a joke. Well, it wasn't a joke to everybody else to just go off legal name, but it wasn't a joke to me. And that person that was egging him on, saying, "Hey, play it," should have known. Supposedly they really like me, and
So
we've
maybe
talked
they
and
didn't.
chatted a lot.
So do you think I mean, I'm just gonna assume, and that might be wrong to do, that the video was just played, not like watched first and then played. You know what I mean? Like it was just
Right.
played.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Yeah, I know.
So
That's what I
I'm just
said. With her stuff, you really need to go through it once, and
right.
because she
That was
can really.
a learning lesson, but I didn't really think that Aaron meant to like do it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't get that vibe from him at all.
Listen, ladies,
And
I hate to break
Mhm.
up the party, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm going to
oh
knock
Oh my
the
shit.
gosh.
stream on the
Okay.
head. I'm going to
Oh
knock
my
the stream on the
goodness.
head. So yeah. Um,
Okay.
Thank you for dropping by. I'm sorry. Well, not sorry, but I mean, as everybody
That's
saw,
okay, Scooby.
Yeah,
the
get some rest. Thank you for
the
having us.
Yeah,
the
thanks for having me on, Scoob.
no worries. But as I said, as everybody witnessed, the fucking gang stalkers, man, they just keep on over and over. They can't leave you be. And on that
Okay.
note,
All right.
folks, thank you very much for
Thank you.
dropping by. And I'll be streaming again soon. I'll probably put up a few videos before that. But
Okay,
yep,
Scoob.
have a good
Thank
one,
Okay.
folks.
Bye,
thank you.
everyone. See
Thank you,
ya.
Winter.
Adios, amigos.